Tak ahoj, protože měl předchozí díl tady od Freda ze Včelnice tak pozitivní zpětnou vazbu, tak jsem se rozhodl natočit další díl. Trošičku jsem si pohrál s titulkama, půjdu teď mnohem líp číst a těch titulků tady v tomhle videu bylo opravdu hodně, dalo to celkem zabrat. Obsahem tohle videa bude opět nahlédnutí na stanoviště tady Freda, ukáže vám ten progres těch úlů, který vytvářel v polovině dubna. To je ten první díl, pokud jste jej neviděli, tak odkaz máte tady nahoře. A ukážu vám, kolik na nich má medníků, jak nad tím celkově přemýšlí. Taky se zmíní o hromadném kolapsu jednoho stanoviště a jak si od tam vzal jednu matku. A což je taky takový zvláštní přístup, který stojí určitě za zmínku. A potom se zmíní i co dělá s vytočenýma medníkama, což si myslím, že se většině z vás líbit nebude, ale dělá to takhle. Funguje mu to, včelaří celý život, tak asi ví, co může a co nemůže. To je pro tohle video všechno, užijte si podívanou a ahoj.
Alright, Mr. Fred.
Hey everybody, this is the foul-mouthed bee-man, curving his tongue right now. This is the hive that in April that I went into in the beginning of the year, and I checked it out and it was doing good. And I happened to take two splits off of this hive. I'm a nuke beekeeper. I find out that my bees make more honey with nukes than they do in 10 frames and 8 frames. This is all that my bees get. The queen gets 10 frames in here. From this yellow line up, this is all honey. Now, all this is almost full, except I just put this one on the other day, and we have about a month left for the honey flow here in Tennessee. The sourwood blooms started like this week, and it'll go through till about after the 4th of July. And I'll have to add another super on top of this. I don't extract till after the 4th. I just don't want to, it's too much work to take them off, put them back on. So I just add and add and add, and then around the 4th is when I take it off. This hive over here, I went into, and I took a split off of this, but this hive, the queen isn't that great. She's only got 2 boxes, and they're just starting to fill this one. Now we're going to go in the bee yard. When I got my new bees, which were the package bees, and I got those in the 2nd week of April. Now under the porch here, these here were split from the 2 hives over there. They're bringing honey in this the left-hand side one. This one here, they're just starting to build up. The queen, there are new queens in there, so it took them a while to get going. Let's go to this one. Now, this hive here, around the corner here, this queen here is amazing. I had an observation in hive. The queen in here was in a hive that I had in another bee yard that crashed, and all that was left was a handful of bees. So I took her and I put her in my house in an observation hive because I have 2 of them going in my house. This queen only had the size of a golf ball that she wintered over with. That's all she had. And then when the spring came, I tried to steal bees from other hives to keep the queen going because I knew she was a superstar. Now, I took this out maybe about a month and a half, maybe 2 months now, and she has gone to town here. And she filled up those 2 supers, and they're starting to work up there on that deep to give them room because I ran out of these medium supers that I have, and I have new ones, and I don't feel like putting them together because the season's almost over. So I'm going to use my deeps now because when I pull all that honey off there, I'll drop that deep down so the bees have room to go back in. And I do that with all my nukes. When I take the honey off, there's no room for the bees to go, and I don't put that honey supers back on for maybe a couple of weeks because I let the bees come and rob it all and take all the honey out of it. Because if I put them on the hive, every hive, they'll rob all the hives, they smell it. So I don't allow that. I always stick them like right in here someplace, and they come and they rob and clean all the combs off. Then I'll put some of them back on the hives. Now we're going to go into my big bee yard. Well, it used to be big, but I cut it back. Now, I run some 10-frame hives. I do that for my weaker hives. But back here in the corner, this is when we installed bees in the spring and the air, and that was the second week of April. That hive, that queen is fantastic, and these are new bees. And they are loaded. All these are new bees. Back there, new bees, all new bees, and these supers are full of honey. Here's a 10-frame swarm that we caught with a swarm trap. My friend Langford here puts a lot of swarm traps out, so we caught one of the swarms here that's in this here 10-frame. And back there is a split that I took from another bee yard about a month ago, and this queen is a superstar. She already filled that up, and she's got that honey super there filled, and the one I just put on about last week, and they're working on that, and they're really busy. You can see them going to town here. But what I have here right now, I'll be getting about 800 pounds of honey from these bees. That's how much honey these new beehives will produce for me. But I found out over the years, the bees like to work up and down like a chimney, like they do in the woods in a tree. They don't like to go back and forth. They don't like horizontal. They like to go vertical. And another thing I do beekeep with nukes is it's easier to handle those supers because there's only 5 frames in them. It's easy on your back. Plus, if your hive isn't that strong, they'll fill 5 frames and cap it before they're going to fill 10 frames. So you can pull your honey, capped honey, with 5 frames and extract your honey. And that honey is ripe. So that's why I like nuke beekeeping, because they'll fill 5 frames faster than 10. So much easier to go in these hives with 5 frames. And to go through the hive and put the traps in there to catch the beetles. You know, it's just so much easier to take the hive apart.
Well, there you have it, another update from the foul-mouthed beekeeper.